Okay, I'm gonna take my own shot. I'm gonna take a shot with you guys. So we're gonna take a shot right now before we start this. This for you guys. This is my little.
Know what I'm talking about, babe? Yeah. Now it's time for me.
Hey y'all. Welcome back to my channel. So tonight is different. Well, yeah, it's nighttime. I normally never record at night. I always record during the day, but I was like, this is the time where I can have the time to record. So this is a different type of vibe. I was supposed to go live with y'all, but I was so busy last Saturday. I'll insert some clips if I can figure out how to clip it where the music won't be copyright strike.
Baby.
Hey, they set the fire alarm off with them.
It's gonna keep on going. Yeah, it ain't gonna stop. Open the door.
Happy birthday! Wait. I pressed the wrong button. Hold on. Happy birthday, cheers! All of it.
If I can, I'll show y'all. But I was exhausted. But that's not what y'all came here for. Y'all came here for the story time. So if you here, get your snack, get your drink. Today I am drinking, well, I need to put my shot in, but this is a whiskey sour. So I'm about to put my shot of Bullet in it. And I'm gonna take a shot with you guys. So if you haven't already, got your drink, got your snack, got your herbal essence, go ahead and do that, and then come on back and we're gonna get into the story.
2 shots of vodka.
Okay. Now, thank you for all the new subscribers, all the people that's been subscribing to me. I appreciate y'all so much. And the people who've been supporting me on my story time journey. I appreciate y'all so much. My channel is growing. It's growing at the pace that it needs to grow. And I appreciate the people who comment, the people who subscribe, the people who continue to support me on this journey. I love you guys. Love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna keep drinking on this because clearly I can't take shots. So this story is about the time my brother had did a tattoo on somebody underage. So I'm gonna take y'all back. So this was when I was 21. I've told stories. If you are on my journey of my story channel, this is a story time channel. If you're on my journey, then if you watch my previous stories, I have talked about my brother. I will leave like the story time I told y'all about the cake in my face. That's the brother I'm talking about. So that's my brother that's right next to me. He'll be commenting. He comments on some of my videos. His name is Slim, I think Tattoo Slim or whatever. Anyway, Derek, if you watching this, comment on the video because this is about you. So that's my brother that's next to me. Anyway, I was 21. My brother was 20. My brother at this time was the known tattoo man in the neighborhood. So where we are from, our little area, my brother was like the tattoo guy. He's the hood tattoo dude. So everybody would come to my house because my brother was doing the tattoos out of my apartment. So I used to have a townhouse. That's why I said, if you've been on my story time journey, I have spoken about me living in this townhouse in other stories. Well, at this particular time, my brother used to do tattoos out of my apartment. Okay, so this one night, my brother was doing tattoos. These girls that came over, like these little young girls, they looked like they was about 18. So they look close to our age. They could have been, because at the time when I was 21, I probably looked like I was like 18, 17 years old. I look real young. My brother looked real young. We all look real young. So just imagine me at 21. So naturally, we thinking that the girls were like our age. And like I said, my brother was like the known tattoo person. So word of mouth, everybody knew my brother did tattoos. So it was like a known thing. If you know, you know, when you live in the hood, because I lived in the hood. I'm from the hood, my brother, all of us. So he was the hood tattoo dude. Anyway, I keep saying that over and over, but anyway. So this night, the girls came to our house. It was, I want to say it was 2, but it could have been 3. I'm not very sure, but one of the girls was getting a tattoo. And it wasn't the girl who was the underage girl. If I'm not mistaken, the girl who got the tattoo was the girl who was underage was friends with the girl who originally got the tattoo. So my brother was doing a tattoo on the first girl. And I guess as my brother was doing a tattoo, the girl was trying to think if she wanted to get the tattoo too. I was there. You know how you be there, but you just don't be like in people's business. So they in my house, but I'm not like in my brother's business. I'm just like in the living room. And basically what I would do is like, I've had this happen before, like people come to my house, my brother do the tattoos at my house or whatever. So whenever somebody would come to my house, I had a pit bull, and like if she was like acting crazy with the person, whoever was there, I was like, okay, you can't stay because she don't like you. Obviously something wrong with you. So they had to go. Another thing that also would be like a reason why people wouldn't stay in my house to get the tattoos was either they didn't want to take their shoes off when they walk in my house. So I'd be like, if you come in here, you cannot, like I had the little towel by the front door. I'm like, if you come in here, you gotta take your shoes off. You cannot come in my house with your shoes on. You gotta take your shoes off. So like some people would be like, oh, I'm gonna just stand by the front door. I ain't taking my shoes off. I don't got socks or some kind of excuse. I didn't have people say that. Or they'd be like, okay, I'm gonna take my shoes off, and they'd get the tattoo. So I know y'all probably like, what does that mean? Like, what? I don't know. I just had like, I used to be like, that's the only time I would like interfere in my brother's business, is that they either, the dog would go crazy or they would not take their shoes off. So other than that, if my brother didn't need me for nothing else, like I would stay out of his way. I would just be in my living room watching TV or doing something, or I'd be upstairs in my room. Because every time he would do tattoos, I was always home because my brother don't have a key to my place. So I had to be there. So I was just telling y'all that. I normally don't be in his business. Okay, so this day, the girls had came over, and I know that the one girl was watching my brother as he was doing the tattoo on the first girl. Okay, so the first girl must have been of age. She had to be 18 because we didn't have no issues with her. The other girl was underage. She was either 15 or 16. I don't know. That's why I told my brother, if you watch this, because he watched my stories, comment how old the girl was in the comment section. I'm going to text you too, so you can make sure you comment. Because I don't remember. I know she was underage. Okay. My brother had no idea that the girl was underage. I didn't have any idea that the girl was underage either, because I would have told him not to do it, and definitely he would have never done it either, because he wouldn't do nobody that's underage, because this is what happened. Okay, my brother ends up, the girl, I guess, as she's watching the other girl get the tattoo, she wants to get a tattoo too. So the girl she got a tattoo on, if I'm not mistaken, she got the tattoo on her thing, and I think she got her name or something, but she got it on her arm, because this is what happened. Okay, my brother did a tattoo, everything was cool. It was at night, like I said. It wasn't during the daytime. My brother did the tattoos at night. So the girl go on and go home or whatever. So I don't remember what time this was, but it was late. But anyway, so my boyfriend had came over, and my boyfriend had ended up staying over my house. So he's staying there, and we upstairs. I lived in a townhouse. I told y'all I'm upstairs. I'm sleeping in the bed. He sleep. We both sleep. And all of a sudden, like, okay, I lived in a townhouse. So my townhouse had a front and a back door. We hear knocking, but it's not knocking from the front. It's knocking from the back. I told y'all I lived in the hood. So I lived in a really bad area. Did not live in a good area. I lived in the hood. So I've had stuff happen one particular thing that happened. This was before my boyfriend. I told y'all he didn't live. This is Liam. Liam we talking about. So Liam didn't live there. He used to live in another state. So at this time, this is a whole different thing now. I'm just let y'all know how like dangerous it was where I lived. And I used to be like I lived here my whole life, so I was already aware of everything. Like I already know what type of time it be on, you know, people breaking in, gang stuff set up, all type of stuff. So one night I'm in the house, I'm alone by myself. I never be scared to be by myself, so I was always fine. But this one night, it was late at night. I'm in the living room watching TV. I used to be obsessed. I still am obsessed. I used to be obsessed with watching the Food Network. Like my TV stayed on that channel, so I would always watch like cooking shows like Bobby Flay or like the chef sheet stuff when they do the challenges and stuff. So I'm sitting there watching TV, most likely the Food Channel, and I'm watching it by myself at night. My TV just the only light that's on. So all of a sudden I hear a knock at the door. This is the front door. I hear a knock at the door, and the knock they kept knocking. I didn't answer because I'm not expecting nobody. It's late. It's probably like 12 o'clock at night. I'm not expecting nobody to come to my house. Anytime nobody come to my house, they always ring. I mean, not ring. They always call me before they come to me. So it was weird. So I had creeped to the door, so I didn't make a noise. I didn't want nobody to know somebody was there. So I just creeped to the door. And I had a dog. I told you I had a pit bull. She was real mean and she would bite. She was with all of that. She was very aggressive. So she was the only thing like barking. Anyway, I crept to the door and I look out the peephole and it's a person. Of course, I figure it's a man. It ain't no woman. It's a man, tall man, dressed in all black, black hoodie, black everything. So I had got scared. So I had called I don't know who I called. I don't know if I called my brothers or my mom. Because my mom, my dad, and my brothers, they all live like in walking distance from me. So I don't know who I called, but I called somebody because I was real scared. But anyway, so that had happened. So ever since that had happened, eventually Liam had moved back into town. So he would always be at my house. He basically lived at my house. He just didn't have no clothes or nothing there. But anyway, I was always aware that something, if they knocking on your door, it ain't nothing good coming from it, especially if it's unexpected or whatever. That's what my motto was. Okay, so that's why I was telling y'all a little part. So when somebody was knocking at the door and I heard it wasn't the front door, it was the back door, I told him, I said, do not open that door. Do not open that door. I don't care who it is. If it's not somebody we know, like my brothers, my mom, dad, do not open that door. And I was like, and it's the back door too. So I'm like, who's knocking on the back door? The back door, you got to open the back gate patio and then walk onto the patio and then knock on the door. So who would be doing that? And then it's just like weird. It's the back. It's just all weird. The apartments is gated. So somebody, whoever it is, had to come through the gate, come around and then knock on this specific door. It's not like, excuse me. You know how apartments, like the back part is like inside and then the front is like you can get to the front of your door, but your front of your house is on the street. That's how my townhouse was. Like my apartment door was on the main road. So if you park your car, you parking it like parallel onto the street. Then you can walk up to my door and knock on the door. If you want to come in my house through the back, you got to go through the gate and come around, whatever. And ain't no numbers on the back door, all the numbers on the front. If you get it, you know what I'm saying. So you would have had to have known my house to pick my house to know that this is the house I hope I'm explaining it correctly. I don't know if I am, but if you live in apartments, you know what I mean. It's like, who would know to knock on that door? That's what my whole thought process was when this was going on. And I'm telling him, I was like, do not open that door. Whoever is back there, it ain't nothing good. Don't open that door. I'm telling him, don't open the door. He didn't care because he be about all that type of action, fighting and everything. He be ready to fight, whatever. He was ready. So he goes and I knew it was the back door because the front is by the stairs. We could hear it. The front, it was the back. It was like quiet, like a knock that was kind of like in the distance or whatever. So it sounded like it's my door, but it could have been my neighbor's door. That's how close the doors are. So I'm telling him, if somebody at the door, don't open the door. I'm telling him, don't open the door. He's like, oh, I ain't gonna open the door. He go downstairs and all I hear, I don't hear nothing. It's kind of quiet. Then all of a sudden I hear him saying, yeah, no, yeah. That's all I hear him saying. And I'm like, who is he talking to? So I go down the stairs and I hit the light because it's dark because he didn't turn no lights on or nothing. I guess he was like, whoever it is, I don't need him to see me coming to the door or whatever because it's a window too. So he ain't cut on no lights or nothing. He just opened the door. And as I'm getting closer to the door, I could hear a lady's voice. Excuse me for my nails, y'all. I told you my nails popping off. You know, I don't care. I hear the lady's voice and she's going off. And she's like, where, they call my brother Slim. She's like, well, where is Slim at? And he did this to my daughter. And she cussing at Liam. She cussing him out. She going off. She cussing and screaming and she going crazy, like going off. So I go and I walk up to him and I'm like, who is that? And he's like, it's a lady. She's saying that your brother had put a tattoo on this girl. And she's 15 or 16. I'm not sure. She was either 15 or 16 years old. He said the age at the time. I just can't remember how old she was. I just know she was one of those two ages anyway. So I go and he moves to the side and then I step in the way and she was going off on him. So I had to stop that real quick. So I told the lady, I said, first, because she was yelling at him like it was him, like he was lying about who he was until she seen me. Now, the thing that y'all don't know is that Liam was not black. That's all I'm going to say. I will tell you more about who Liam is because I will reveal it later on in another story time. But for this story time, just know that Liam was not black. So when she seen Liam, she already assumed that it was some weird going on. So when I go up to the door and she see that it's a black lady, a black girl, because I guess I was 21, so I look a little bit younger. But when she seen that it was me, because this lady was black, she just stopped what she was saying. So I had walked up to her and I was like, for one, because I was really mad at him for opening the door after I told him do not open that door. But he wasn't trying to hear it. He opened it anyway. So I was pissed. Then too, because it could have been anything. They could have came. Y'all, we're going to go into that. Hold on. Let's continue. When I get to the door and I talked to the lady was like, I said, first of all, this is not who you looking for. This is not Slim that you looking for. And the girl I even told the girl, I said, you remember me? She was like, yes. I said, I'm his sister. You remember me, right? She's like, yes. Then she telling her mom, because the girl was looking down and crying because I guess her mama was going off on her. So I'm like, you remember me? She was like, yes, I remember you, yes. And I said, I'm his sister. And I'm telling the lady, I said, the person you looking for does not live here. I said, my brother does tattoos in my house. I said, your daughter, because she was trying to tell, I heard her screaming at him about she underage, da-da-da. I said, your daughter told my brother that she was 18. I forgot to tell y'all that part because he did ask how old the girl was and she said she was 18. Now when my brother failed, and he even admitted this after I told him, he forgot to, well, he didn't forget, but he didn't think about it. He didn't think to say, let me see your ID. He just took her word and was like, why would she lie? But kids lie all the time about their age. They do it now. Even for social media, they lie. But anyway, so she was like, I told the girl's mom, I said, my brother asked how old she was. She said she was 18. My brother took her word. He didn't think that your daughter was lying. I said, and I was like, and she did not give him any proof. I said, that probably was my brother's fault, but I said, you yelling at the wrong person. I'm like, he's not who you're looking for. I'm like, this is my boyfriend. My boyfriend does not do tattoos. He doesn't even live here. He just is here. He opened the door because your daughter, and this is the thing. After they left, So I told the lady all that stuff, whatever. Because she was just like, where is he? I need to talk to him. He just did a tattoo on Underage. I said, you'll probably never talk to my brother because he doesn't come over here like this. I'm like, this is like a rare thing. I'm not going to tell her he going to be here tomorrow. She show up. I'm like, my brother does this for whenever he has free time, he'll come and do tattoos. I'm like, this is not an everyday type of thing. I said, but I will let him know about the issue. But I'm like, there's nothing that you can do because it's too late. She got the tattoo. I'm sorry. There's nothing you can do. And I said, and two, I said, you need to not knock on people's door at night because anything could have happened to you. I said, he could have pulled a gun out on you. He could have did anything. I said, if you want to resolve an issue, I said, you need to come during the day when it's safer. I said, then too, you knocked on my back door. She was like, well, that's the only way I knew how to get to you because my daughter said she remembered the back door. She didn't remember the front because they came through the front, but they left out the back. And I guess they lived in the neighborhood, in the apartment. So she remembered my car was in the front. I had a Pacific car, I had a red Eclipse. So she remembered the red Eclipse. That's how she remembered my back door. That's how she remembered to come to my door. And her mom was threatening her. She wasn't even a real one and be like, I don't know where we was at. I don't know. It wasn't here. She was like, she took her directly to my house because her mom was going off. Now, the reason why my boyfriend said he opened the door was because he said the mom wasn't the one who knocked on the door. She sent her daughter to knock on the door. The daughter knocked on the door. He said he saw a girl crying at the back door, and that's the reason why he opened the door. And I told him this. Leave a comment down below if you would have said this. I told him, I said, do you know people set people up? That's a huge setup. I said, she could have been a decoy for them to come rob us. You don't know who. I said, you could leave her ass there crying. I don't give a damn. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like 2 in the morning. Like it's 2 in the morning. She knocking on the door crying. She knocking on the back door at that. I said that would have in my mind been like, it's a whole setup. What they trying to do? What type of stuff they on? And then this was when I used to be calling the police for everything, y'all. I used to call the police on my neighbors a lot. So I was like, I would have called the cops or something. She at the back door at that too. I said no. He was like, well, I just felt bad because she was crying on the back door. And I didn't know if she was hurt, if something happened. I said she wasn't banging on it. She wasn't screaming for her life. She was crying and knocking on the door. And she wasn't knocking like banging. She was tapping, like lightly tapping. Because it was like I said, it sounded like it was my back door, but it also sounded like it could have been my neighbor's. It wasn't like aggressively knocking. It was like tap, tap like that. So I'm like, yeah, you should never open the door. But anyway, you opened it and here we are. I told the lady ended up leaving. She was going crazy until I came and she seen that it was a black lady and that the person that did the tattoo was black. And that I told her the story. I was here. Your daughter said she was 18, da-da-da. Now, I told my brother and my brother was like, oh my God. Like he was like, they really came to your house? And I'm telling my brother what happened. And he was just like, from now on, when I do tattoos, I'm going to ask for IDs. I ain't doing nobody tattoos unless they show me that they 18 or older. If I believe that they underage or they look real young, I'm gonna just ask them to show me their ID. If they can't show me their ID, I won't do their makeup. I said makeup. They won't do their tattoos. I meant to say tattoos. He was like, I won't do their tattoos. But I was like, do not answer that door. I'm telling my boyfriend, I'm like, we live, like this is the hood. You cannot be answering that door. I don't care what they do. I don't care if they not screaming for their life, like their life is in danger, like they beat on the door, they need you to come in because somebody after them or something. I said, don't open that door. Do not open that door. You don't know who is behind there. It's too dangerous out here. Like even today, 2023. Don't open that door. Man, I don't care. Do not open that door. People be setting folks up and it's too dangerous now. But anyway, that's the story, y'all. It's short and sweet and simple. If you like my content, if you like me, you like what I'm doing, you like my story times, y'all like my hat, like we're just gonna put it in there. You like my hat, you like my drink. Subscribe to the channel. Keep up with me. I love you guys so much. Also, these are my lashes on my lash line that I'm coming out with soon. I know I should have already dropped it, but it's a lot of work doing this, setting up a website and getting everything done. I want to make sure that everything is right before I drop it, but these are my lashes. I'm going to start wearing my lashes now in all my videos so that if you like what you see, I will have the name of these lashes and you can order them. I have all that stuff set up. Just be patient with me. I am a busy person, and it's just a lot, y'all. I'm just trying to fit it in. Just trying to fit it in my life. But yeah, I'm coming out with these soon. So just be on the lookout. I'll be in the same outfit because I got another story for y'all. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye.